News story. Next and last news story. Something that I seen. I wasn't going to speak about it because this kind of shit happens all the time involving black folks. But I wanted to send out a quick message to black people when it comes to celebrity, right? Because the brother Terry Cruz said, and he's goddamn, he sticks his foot in his mouth often, right? Keep it in mind, and I always say this about anybody. I give everybody the benefit of the doubt. I've never spoken with him personally. I'm just hearing what he says. Now, sometimes what he say could be getting taken out of context. Sometimes he could be wording it wrong, whatever the case may be. But the brother puts his foot in his mouth quite often, especially lately. Now, recently, in response to what's going on with George Floyd and all the protesting and everything, Terry Cruz made a statement basically saying, defeating white supremacy without white people creates black supremacy, creates black supremacy. Equality is the truth. Like it or not, we are all in this together. So, okay, I mean, to a degree, we're in this together to a degree, even though we are the ones getting brutalized. So I don't think we have to necessarily collaborate with a white ally to fix our goddamn problem. Not on a large scale. First, we have to kind of come together before we can go to somebody outside of our community. But just saying using the term black supremacy, I mean, I don't even know what the fuck that means. I don't even know how that can be possible in a system ran by white structural racism. You know what I mean? So it makes no sense. And again, this comment could have been out of context. He could have meant to say something different. It could have been more to it, right? I'm giving the brother all the benefit of the doubt in the world, right? But at the end of the day, the reason why I'm bringing the story up, y'all, listen to me clearly. Every time a celebrity says something, from a big celebrity, from a smaller, from a B, C celebrity to an A-list celebrity, it's almost like we're hanging on their every word with all these different media outlets available in our country today. They're always giving us sound bites about what celebrities say. And this is how I think about it. This is why I'm not mad at the brother. I think it's two parts to it, because some people are so enamored by celebrities that they take their word as law. So with that being said, it's important that people who don't know about certain shit, you need to shut up. Just because you've amassed a certain amount of money, just because you've amassed a certain amount of influence, just because you're good at your job, like your acting job, if you're a good actor, that don't mean that qualifies you to just speak out on all of our issues. Because I know enough to know, I don't celebrity worship. So I don't care who the celebrity is. I'm not taking your word as law. I can do my own research. I can look shit up myself. I have my own perspective. I don't really give a fuck what you think, just to be honest. And that's just being honest. I don't really care what no celebrity think about nothing. But however, I know I live in a society full of fucking followers. So there's somebody following all of these celebrities, unfortunately. So if they come out and say something that's disparaging towards black people, or that's disparaging towards our culture, that can leave a negative mark. You know what I mean? Because you'll have people believing this shit. You'll have people regurgitating this shit. So from that aspect, we shouldn't really listen to celebrities. If you're an athlete, if you're an actor, that's what I look to you for. I'm not saying shut up and dribble. Don't get it twisted. I'm not saying you can't speak on social issues, but I think we should all do what's in our heart. If it's in your heart to speak on social issues, if it's in your heart to help people fight injustices, do that. If it's not, don't. If it's not in you to speak on shit, if you haven't researched things, if you haven't if you haven't looked at historical references about what you're talking about, maybe you should be quiet. Like silence, it could be perceived as a negative thing, but what if you don't know what the fuck you're talking about? You know what I mean? So I'm not mad at the brother. I'm kind of mad at us in society a little bit, talking to my black folks in particular. We got to know who to listen to and who not to listen to. You know what I mean? Some people, some black men in society who know about white supremacy, they know about politics, they know about racism. They can give us an insight or perspective on these things that can help us moving forward. That's not everybody though. Some of these niggas is just actors or athletes, or you know what I mean? Or rappers. Just because you saying some shit don't mean it's deep. Just because you saying some shit don't mean it have validity to it. You know what I mean? So look, Terry Cruz has come out and said disparaging things about black folks. More power to him. But if you're a black man and woman and you're an adult in today's society and you don't know about the history of what's taking place with us, do your due diligence before you open your fucking mouth, just so you can be more informed, just so you can really help us out. You know what I mean? But for all the people listening, for all the fans, for all the people who support celebrities and entertainers, people like us, y'all shouldn't give a shit about what a celebrity says. If you want information about history or information about whatever they're speaking about in particular, excuse me, do your due diligence and find that shit out for yourself. Fuck the celebrity worship. Like every other day, I'm looking online and it's unknown, and I'm not gonna say no names, but it's a rapper, a female rapper, or somebody comes out and says something about George Floyd. What do you expect these people to say, y'all? What do we expect from entertainers? Why the fuck do we get so disappointed when a rapper or entertainer or somebody comes out and says something ignorant? Everybody don't give a fuck about black people. Just because you black does not mean you riding with us. Just because you black don't mean you care about the black struggle. Some of these people have spent years or several or large parts of their life trying to get famous in whatever field that they're in, whether they be a rapper, whether they be an actor, whether they be some other form of entertainer, a comedian. They've spent their time trying to perfect this craft. Sometime when you do that, you're not looking at what's going on around you. You're not looking at the injustices. You're not looking at racism. You're not looking at none of that shit, right? So I don't expect you to have a profound statement on some shit that you don't even care about, right? But in today's society, every time somebody says something disparaging, oh, we're going to cancel this person, we're going to cancel that person. We ain't got the right to actually cancel nobody. You know what I mean? Let people say what they want to say. You should know enough about what's important to you to know when somebody telling you some bullshit. If somebody say something, anybody, you should go research that shit for yourself anyways, regardless of who they are, right? Regardless if it's a conscious person, if it's a person that you trust in and been listening to for years, you should still do your own goddamn research. So regardless of what celebrities say, that shit shouldn't matter. So yes, Terry Crews came out and said some shit that was disparaging, said some shit that I'm baffled. Like, I don't even know what the fuck black supremacy is. He needs to do a little more research, but I don't hate the brother for that. He may not know a lot about what he's talking about, right? He should shut up, but he may not know a lot about what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? So fuck this celebrity worship, y'all. Shit, worship yourself. Worship your family, goddammit. All right, so that's it for the news stories for today. 3 news stories. Yep, that's it for the news stories for today. So